What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness, from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You know where to find me at. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I am a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get people into therapy, and validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about becoming self-aware. I'm diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, like I said before. And so many people, men and women alike, think that they are dealing with narcissists, think that they are dealing with people with narcissistic personality disorder or some extreme traits or a few traits or whatever. And they ask me how to make that person become self-aware. How can I make this person become self-aware? What can I do? Like, how can I get them to be like you? And I tell this to people all the time. I feel like I need to say it again though. Self-awareness does not mean cured. Self-awareness does not mean you're going to live a better life. There are thousands of self-aware narcissists out there. There's a big group of us. We have a big group. That's where I got started at. I got started in a self-aware narcissist group with other self-aware narcissists, like sharing their perspectives, sharing their lives and stuff like that. And self-awareness does not necessarily mean that you're going to be a better person. I think people see me online, they see my social media personality and my social media persona, and they just like, Lee is just doing it. Like, he is like funny, he's handsome. I'm handsome, don't you dare. My mama told me I was handsome, don't you dare, don't you dare. Don't leave it in the comment section, don't email me about this one. I'm just joking, y'all. But literally, self-awareness, like you see me, and you just like, you see me, I still have my wife and kids together and stuff like that. I think people just see the outside looking in, just like any kind of narcissistic relationship. You think it's all good and gravy and things like that. We still argue, we still have our differences and things like that, but the self-awareness allows it not to blow the lid, not to get to the point where it's over the top and we're fussing and fighting about to just go at each other and stuff like that. But even this morning, myself, we had a scheduling mishap with my stepson. I can say my stepson. We had a scheduling mishap with my oldest son, and I could tell it was going. I know she didn't feel comfortable talking to me about it, but we made it through. I'm like, look, just tell me, and we can make this work out. We talked, we got it done, and we worked through that, because that's what self-awareness allows you to do. Because my first thought was just shut up, like, let me handle this. My first thought went through immediately, be quiet. That's not your son. That's my son. I will handle the schedule with him. You don't have to be here, type of stuff. That's where my mind went, and that's usually what I would have said years ago. I would have said something like that. Self-awareness has allowed me to wake up to the point where I don't say stuff like that. She's still uncomfortable. I can tell sometimes she's still uncomfortable, but she's getting better. We're getting better together. You know what I mean? And that's how it is. Like, self-awareness, I tell this to people too all the time, that self-awareness is pain. It's kind of like, I described this to a lady a few minutes ago. Self-awareness is pain, y'all. Self-awareness is like literally like waking up in the Matrix. Like, you know how Keanu Reeves in the Matrix, when he woke up in the pod, he took the pill and he woke him in that pod, and he had all the tubes and stuff in it, but he woke up, and then they picked him up, and they realized that all his life he'd been living like a lie. All his life was pretty much predetermined, like he was being controlled by a robot. That's literally how self-awareness felt. You wake up and you feel like you've been a co-pilot for your life. You feel like you've been a co-pilot for the entirety of your life in situations and things like that. You feel like you've been a co-pilot for a very, very long time. You feel like you have not been in control of your life. So now you have to get in there. You've been a passenger in your car. Now you're the driver, because now you're self-aware. Now you're woke. So now you have to sit in all the bad stuff that you've done. You have to sit in the bad stuff. You have to sit in all the manipulations, because now you can see it. Now you can see the manipulations. Now you know what you've been doing. Now you know how devious and insidious your mind has been. Now you know all of this stuff. You know it. It's there in front of you. You see it. It's right there. Now you have to sit in it. You have to sit in it. You have to feel that pain all over. It wasn't pain at first. It was probably pleasure at first when you manipulated somebody or lied to them and got away with something big. But now you have to sit in it and live with it and realize that that's who you've been for 30 years. That's who you've been for 40 years. However old you are, when you get diagnosed, you have to sit in that mindset. You have to sit in it. 32 years of manipulation. So now you got to learn how to drive your car now. So when you first learn how to drive a car, you put one foot on the pedal and one foot on the brake, and you grip. You had 10 and 2. That's how it is now. You got to learn how to drive again. Now you got to learn how to drive for real, because there's nobody in the car but you now. You know what I mean? You in the car now. You don't want to mess up. And some people choose to go back to being a co-pilot. Some people choose to go back to be the past. Some self-awareness does not mean you're going to be a better person. Sometimes self-awareness means that it allows you to keep doing what you've been doing. It gives you the front-end excuse. I've been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. I'm going to continue doing what I do. I'm open about it now. I'm going to be who I am. If you decide to stay in my life, it's on you. You know what I've been doing. I'm not going to change. There's no cure. Google narcissistic personality disorder. One of the first things you see online, and I Googled it while I was on the call with her. One of the first things you see online, rare. Fewer than 200,000 U.S. cases per year. And the first thing you see on there, treatment can help, but this condition can't be cured. That turns people off right there. Okay, I have this. Just say you get that narcissistic person in your life to accept that they might be a narcissist. They get on here, Google this. They see right there, treatment can help, but this condition can't be cured. What's the point? Now I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. There's no cure. I gotta feel like this for the rest of my life. I have to deal with this manipulation. I have to deal with this stuff that's going on inside of my head. I have to process all this stuff. Oh my God. That's self-awareness right there. I think that escapes people because people think because you see me. I say this all the time to you. I'm not being disingenuous when I say this. I say this all the time. That self-awareness in and of itself is pain. It just is. It's painful. You have to sit in it. You have to deal with it. This life that we're living, this life that we have, this life that we have to process and deal with and things like that, it's in there now. This is who we are. This is how we have to be for the rest of our lives. There's no changing now. There's nothing that can be done. Like, bam. I just have chosen to take it, and because to get to where I am now, I've had to do the self-betterment. Like, because people are like, how should I tell this person in my life that I think that they might be a narcissist? My wife yelled at me in an argument. She said, it's so damn hard living with a damn narcissist. And then I said, you are a damn narcissist. Because in 2017, narcissist was not like it is now. I thought narcissist was just a buzzword. I thought narcissist was just a word you call people that were conceited and full of themselves and cocky. You're like, you're a damn narcissist. Like, oh, what? Narcissist? Me? No. You are a narcissist. And then she left. And cause I'm always on the journey of self-betterment. Y'all been a part of network marketing companies that preach They preach personal development where you're reading books to get better, to change your mindset, to get rid of mental barriers. So I've already been on that journey anyway. So self-betterment and becoming better is already part of my life. I've already been on Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk. I've already been on Les Brown and Eric Thomas. I've been on all these people. I've been on these people for years, over a decade now, listening to these people. Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, Robert Kiyosaki. I've been on all these people. Simon Sinek. Ellie what's the dude's name? The book Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl. Yep. I've been on all these books. I read the Bible. Yeah, I've been grinding and doing this stuff for a very, very long time. I know, like I said, I've been on my personal development, trying to be better journey for a very, very long time. And when I heard that word, I got curious. I looked it up. I saw all this stuff. But I'm so combative. I'm so aggressive towards, I'm so like, you cannot tell me what I can and what I can't do. So I see that you can't cure it, you can't get better, you can't do this. Everything, 99% of the stuff online is like, you're done. Your life is over. You can't tell me what I can't do. So I'm already pushing back on it. So I'll go to therapy. I'm going to challenge the stigma. I'm going to challenge who you say I can be. Or I can't do this. Watch me. Thank God for people telling me that I can't do stuff. Because every time somebody tells me I can't do something, my mind shifts into something to prove you wrong and to prove myself right. You can't tell me what I can't do. So I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to get better. I get diagnosed. I'm like, okay, cool. Diagnosis is just like you could literally wake up. Here's your red pill. Here's your blue pill. You can keep going to therapy for the rest of your life, or you can just go back to living your life in a perpetual state of unhappiness for the rest of your life. So I'm just like, nope, give me the blue pill, wake me up, or the red pill. Which other pill wakes you up? I woke up. I'm in the Matrix now. I'm in the Matrix in 2018. I'm in the Matrix. I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know how to live my life. I started talking about it. I told my wife, like, look, this is what I have. This is what I got to do. I'm working. And she sees the work I've been putting in. I go to therapy once a month. I have to go to therapy once a month for the rest of my life. And I'm okay with that. Ask yourself, if this person that you think is a narcissist, are they willing to go to therapy for the rest of their life? Because that's the commitment that it takes to get to where I'm at right now. That's the commitment that it takes. Rest of your life. Not today, not one day, not 10 sessions for the rest of your life. I'm 36 years old. I have to go to therapy at least once a month for the rest of my life, or I'll deteriorate back into who I used to be. Back into not who I used to be, who I still am. I'm still a narcissist. I'm still 100% a narcissist. It doesn't go anywhere. There is no cure. Treatment can help, but there is no cure. I took those words to heart. I can't be cured. I don't want to be cured now. I'm me. I'm unique. That's how I look at it. Oh, 1% of the population, I know those numbers are skewed. 0.05% of the population, I'm special. Wow. Not many people are like me. Literally, not many people out there are like me. That's how I took it. Some people take it as like, oh my goodness, this is the end of my life. Boo, 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 boo. I'm taking it as not many people are like me. I'm one of a kind. And how do I become even rarer? Let me talk about it online. Let me tell you about how my mind works. Let me preach mental health to people. Who else is doing it like this? There's other self-aware narcissists out there. You got HG Tudor and Sam Wagner, Ben Taylor, Cluster B Milkshake on YouTube. You know what I mean? You have those people out there, but who is doing it like me? Like, nobody's doing it like me. Nobody. They come from HG and Sam Wagner. I haven't watched their stuff or listened to their stuff or whatever, but I heard they come from more of a scientific thing. I'm educated. I'm smart. I have a degree in industrial engineering. I'm an engineer. It's like literally an engineer. I have a mathematically inclined brain. I'm smart. I'm educated. But I'm me. I'm a genuine person. I'm out here talking from personal experience. Who doing it like this? Like this. I bring humor to it. I bring humanity to it. I put a face to narcissistic personality disorder. I'm a human. I'm not a devil with horns and stuff like that. Because if you close your eyes and have somebody describe that narcissist to you, how they treated them, you get a damn devil with horns and a trident. They go around poking people and clapping cheeks. A cheek clapping devil. Had to slide that in there. So self-awareness is pain, y'all. Self-awareness means you have to wake up and sit in the stuff that you have done, and you still have to sit in it from this point forward. Now you know what you're doing. So some people take that and become worse. Some people take that and become more manipulative, become worse people because they stare into the skid. They're like, well, I'm a diagnosed narcissist. So I'm going to be a narcissist. I'm terrible. Here I am. I'm a terrible person. You know, I'm going to lie to you and cheat on you. I'm a narcissist. Okay, you cool with that? Bam, gotcha. That's why I tell people all the time, like, it's rare to have people, like, if you think your person is a narcissist, sometimes you might have to leave, or you have to stand in your truth and realize this person is going to be this person. This person is going to be who they are. They're not willing to change. The only thing I can change is me and how I react to this person. That's the only thing you can change. Self-awareness, y'all. That's why I do what I do right now. That's my story. These self-aware narcissists, Lee Hammock. And I don't know who started calling me. Somebody started calling me that, oh, you're self-aware narcissist? I didn't think narcissists could be aware. I'm like, oh, self-aware narcissist. That's cool. I just started saying it. Like, cool. I forgot who said this a long time ago. But wake up, y'all. You have to wake up. Sometimes you can't. The only thing sometimes you can't change anybody but yourself. You can lead. Actually, how do I get them? How do I broach the topic of narcissism to them? Sometimes you have to ask leading questions. Ask leading questions. Look up the DSM-5, the traits of narcissistic personality disorder, and ask leading questions based on that, and have them answer those questions. So you're like, just like, hey, look. Why does it seem like you don't care sometimes? Because I really don't care sometimes. I don't feel right. Sometimes I just don't care. I don't have the ability to care sometimes. Lack of empathy. Check that box. Ask them leading questions based on the DSM-5 in the traits of narcissistic personality disorder, and lead it to them like, hey, I put out all that stuff you said to me. I put it in Google and it says narcissistic personality disorder. But guess what? There's treatment. It can't be cured, but there's treatment. We can get better. We can work together. That's how you have to do it. Or you have to scream it at them like my wife did me. But use whatever way you decide to try to tell somebody that they're a narcissist. Use discretion. Some people get mad and angry because nobody wants to be a narcissist. Nobody wants to be a damn devil, a demon, a Jezebel spirit. You know how to squeeze the Jezzy in there. Jezzy or Jesus. Jezzy or Jesus. You know what I mean? But most people will say you shouldn't tell them. Because if you tell them, they're going to say you're a narcissist. They'll say you're a narcissist. Your behavior is how you've been treating me this way. I've been treating you that way. How dare you? Point blank period. Self-awareness does not mean cured. Self-awareness does not mean getting better. Self-awareness means self-awareness. It means woke. It means you're in control now. Impulse control. Stop being so erratic. Stop being so impulsive. Take control of your life. Take control of your power and stuff like that. You can do it. I'm doing it. You know what I mean? I'm literally doing it right now. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Like and subscribe on Apple Music for more. On YouTube, too. Closing in on 100K, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Mental Illness is out. Peace.